little matinee baseball here on this Thursday afternoon. The Angels had an offensive barrage last night on the Chicago White Sox. Snapped their two-game losing streak this afternoon. They look for the series split. It's the finale against the Sox. We welcome you inside our broadcast booth and back to Angels baseball here on Fox Sports West, along with Mark Gubiza. I'm Victor Rojas, and that barrage last night offensively for the Angels was certainly credited to the long ball. They finally provided Tyler Skaggs with some run support, and they did it in grand fashion.
Victor, when you think about it, they really crushed the baseball. On a warm day today, you might see some home runs, but last night was the case for Mike Trout getting it started. The 65th time he has homered in the first inning for Mike Trout. He had that great launch angle, hit that one well out over that 390 sign. Then Albert Pujols passes Ken Griffey Jr. on the all-time home run list on a pitch lower part of the strike zone. You're going to see a lot of those lower part of the strike zone pitches here today. And then Shohei Ohtani, you talk about squaring up a baseball. The first time all three have homered in the same game, and then Mike Trout finishes it off with a home run to right field. Third time he's hit a home run to right field this season. 28 home runs on the season for Mike Trout, using the entire field and crushing the baseball. He's been stealing bases, getting walks, but now a couple home runs. Last night, warm day today. Kobe down in the strike zone, might see some home runs again.
Second time on the homestand, the Angels have done that offensively. Of course, they did it on Sunday against the Houston Astros, you said. Dylan Covey's on the mound. For the White Sox, it's Nick Tropiano making the start for the Angels on this afternoon, trying to pick up the win before Seattle rolls into town tomorrow night. We're just about ready for baseball here in Southern California. Sit back and relax. Lineups and first pitch when we return.
Fox Sports West is brought to you by the new 2019 Jeep Cherokee. Embrace every new opportunity with a redesigned exterior and 31 Highway MPG. Test drive one today. By Mercury Insurance, we're on a mission to save you money. Log on to mercuryinsurance.com to get a fast free quote and see how much you can save. And by your SoCal Mazda dealers.
Welcome back out to the Big A as we wrap up this four-game series between the Angels and the Chicago White Sox. Before the game today, the Angels making a move. They traded Martin Maldonado to the Houston Astros. And they get left-hander Patrick Sandoval, he of Mission Viejo High School. They also get some international pool space, $250,000 coming from the Astros. So not an overly surprising move considering the stage that the Angels are in currently right now. Not necessarily waving the white flag, but knowing that our team was going to be a free agent. Yeah, you get a guy that could actually contribute next year, perhaps.
Yeah, you heard the Yankees inquiring about him. The Astros, before making this deal, were talking about potentially adding a very good defensive catcher, Gold Glove winner last season in the American League, Martin Maldonado. He's done a great job as far as throwing out would-be base stealers. This season even better than he was last year when he won the Gold Glove.
There's a lot of trades already happening. Joakim Soria going for the White Sox to the Brewers. The Yankees apparently have a deal in place with the Toronto Blue Jays for left-hander starter Jay Happ, so it is just now beginning. And the trade deadline coming up on Tuesday. Let's take a look at Rick Renteria's starting lineup for the Chicago White Sox. They come into play with a 36 and 65. Mark Moncada's back in the leadoff spot at second. Sanchez at third. Abreu will DH this afternoon. Avisail Garcia is in right field. Daniel Palika is out in left. Lurie Garcia in center field. Nicky Delmonico's at first base. Tim Anderson the shortstop. Kevin Smith rounds out that starting nine. He's behind the plate. Nick Tropiano's on the mound. This will be his 12th start of the season. 3-5 with a 4.58 ERA.
And the big thing with Nick Tropiano, his fastball is going to be 88-92. He'll throw a curveball, changeup, and split finger fastball. My go-tos for Trop to be successful here today against the White Sox is work ahead with that cheese. Use that fastball inside and outside to get ahead of the count, and then finish off with his off-speed pitch. He can get swing and misses with both his changeup and splitter, especially with 5 left-handed batters in the lineup here today.
Check out the Angels on the defensive side of things, and the outfield looks very similar to what we've seen normally. Upton, Trout, Calhoun from left to right. Fletcher's at third, Simmons at short. Kinsler, after a night off, is back at second base. Pujols at first base. And you've got the youngster making his major league debut, Francisco Arcia, behind the plate.
And Arcia has really done a nice job as far as throwing out base runners in the minors this season, 32%. Saw quite a bit of them in spring training in Tempe. Handles the pitching staff very well, frames the baseball well, but he's got a very good throwing arm.
He got pretty good numbers at AAA Salt Lake this season. He's been in the organization for a couple of years now. Is Yoan Moncada ready to go? Here's Tropiano's first one this afternoon. It's outside for ball one. 84 degrees at first pitch. Not a cloud in the sky. A little sticky here this afternoon at the Big A. Moncada switch hitting second base with hitting .232, 13 home runs. 43 runs batted in. Tropiano falls behind at 2-0.
Tropiano has had his struggles against left-handed hitters. .296 against him this season. Reason why is because he's fallen behind, especially with his first pitch fastball drifting off the outside corner.
Pulled toward first. Albert's got it. Ball jumped up on him. Looked like maybe barehanded that ball. One out.
Tough hop right away for Albert Pujols. I got no problem. I know Tropiano's going to be there plenty of time to get to the base.
So first out recorded.
You're going to get swings like that when you're behind 2-0. Ball was hit very well. Pujols, a nice play on it.
And you'll see this quite a bit with Tropiano on the mound as left-hander steps into the batter's box again, and Yolmer Sanchez. It's almost as if he tries to force that outside pitch, and that's why it sails on him quite a bit. That one has a pretty good movement, catches the corner.
That's why he should start that fastball middle of the plate and trust movement. It's going to go to the outside corner. If you throw it on the corner to start with, it's always going to be a ball.
Sanchez, a third baseman, .255 hitter. Shows bunt, bunts it foul. No balls and 2 strikes.
I get a chance with that split finger fastball to get a strikeout here. Warm day like today, you want to have quick outs.
Jose Abreu on deck. One quick out to start this one. A ground ball to Pujols. Imagine all the butterflies that Francisco's having behind the plate. Saw a lot of these guys in spring training. A little different animal in a big league game as Sanchez goes down swinging, 2 outs.
You got him get him to chase that splitter out of the strike zone. What a moment for Arcia right now. See the split, very little spin rate on that. That's a sign of a true good split finger fastball. We don't have a lot of rotation.
Abreu hitting .255 with 14 home runs. Multi-hit game last night with a single and a double. Double he hit. It's 28th. That was into the right field corner. Breaking ball. This is 2-0 count. Tropiano's last start against the Houston Astros took the loss. Gave up 2 runs on 5 hits. Didn't pitch poorly. That was his first start back. Matter of fact, his first start since June the 10th.
He had some walks in that game, but he also had a lot of real quick outs.
4 walks, 5 strikeouts. 3-0. They wanted appeal, did not go. Jerry Davis, the crew chief, calling the balls and strikes today. Ryan Addington at first base. Pat Hoberg at second. Brian Knight over at third. Same crew we've had the first 3 games of the series. 3-0 fastball in for strike 3-1. Avi Garcia on deck. One of the game currently being played in Major League Baseball. Diamondbacks leading the Cubs 6-1. Everything else later tonight. Abreu pulls a foul, full count.
What a race in that NL West. A trade made by one of those clubs now could be the difference. The Dodgers with a head start with that, getting Manny Machado. Arizona just a half a game back. Colorado a game and a half back.
That's out toward left field. Upton's got to go back. It's over his head, and this one into the bullpen. A 2-out home run here in the first, and the Sox have a 1-0 lead. Again, you were saying you can't continue to fall behind hitters. 2-0, 3-0, 3-1. Kind of gives them the advantage.
Home run the right center field in the series. Home run the left field. Now for Jose Abreu. 15 home runs on the season. Fastball, he wanted it away. It drifted to the middle of the plate at 90 miles an hour. That's the one danger of a 2-seam fastball against a right-handed power hitter that could drift back into the strike zone, and that's exactly what it was. Warm day. Baseball will carry very well here.
Breaking ball, cut on and miss. Garcia is susceptible to the off-speed stuff, hitting .268. And a 1-for-4 game yesterday. Home run that Tropiano just gave up his 10th that he's allowed this year.
Just under 60 innings pitched.
Two quick outs on a ground ball and a strikeout. A home run by Jose Abreu, the 107th hit by the Sox this year. Here's the 1-1. Outside, 2-1. Seven balls, 8 strikes to start so far for Nick.
It's never easy for a pitcher having that first start with a new catcher, even though he caught you a number of times in spring training. That was a few inning stints. You have that long conversation when you get to the clubhouse as far as your game plan. But the feel for the pace for the catcher putting down his signs, very important for a starting pitcher.
Off speed, rolled over to third. Fletcher's got it. Across the diamond, there's the 3rd out. But now before the Sox take the early lead, 1-0 Chicago on the Abreu home run as we hit the bottom of the first. Carolina for game number 104 of the season. Angels at 51 and 52 with a win last night. Have Calhoun leading things off at right. Ohtani DHing, Trout is in center. Upton's in left, Pujols at first, Simmons at short, Kinsler at second base. Arcia behind the plate, and Fletcher batting ninth, playing third base as they take on Dylan Covey. Right-hander's making his 13th start of the season. He's 4-5 with a 4.95 ERA.
Yeah, a lot of two-seam fastballs. 92-97 range. Will throw a slider, curve, and a split. My go-tos to be successful against him this afternoon is be ready early, especially on that 0-0 count. Batting average .417 against that pitch when put in play. Very first pitch. There's a lot of sinkers. And then elevate that sinker when it's down in the strike zone or below the knees. We'll get a lot of ground ball action. Bring it up. It doesn't sink. It doesn't move as much. That's the pitch you can center up and square and hit it out of the ballpark.
Covey, 26-year-old, born in Glendale, went to high school in Pasadena, and went to the University of San Diego. First one is in there for a strike. Not an overpowering guy, but apparently the sinker has been off the charts this year when it's been on. Big sink, and he's even picked up velocity this year.
Been a ground ball machine.
Ball and a strike on Cole, hitting 193. 7 doubles, a triple, 10 home runs, 31 runs batted in. Calhoun last night, multi-hit game, going 2 for 5. Scored twice, so picked up an RBI. That is drilled out to right field. Big fly for Cole. Calhoun ties this game up at 1.
Look at that, getting some pitches elevated. That's exactly what Cole was able to do, tying it up at 1. Let's take a look at our top tier play, brought to you by Arcia, with Cole continue to swing that hot bat. That sinker just round middle of the plate, very similar to the pitch of Tropiano through to Jose Abreu. Runs in the middle of the plate. Cole is ready. His 11th home run of the season, 32nd RBI for Cole. Calhoun with a cow boom on that swing.
There's Shohei Ohtani. We'll take a breaking ball for a strike.
Talked about the home runs hit in the opening today. Already a home run for the Halos. 140 home runs as a team.
1 ball, 1 strike. Shohei at 278. 1 hit last night. It was a big one. 2-run home run in the 5th inning. Skies this one foul.
Covey last time out took a no-hitter deep in the game against Seattle.
Eighth career leadoff home run for Cole. 2 balls, 2 strikes. That start against Seattle. Was that Safeco? They've given 2 hits, 8 in the 3rd, 5 strikeouts, 2 walks for Covey. Trout on deck. Here's a 2-2. We'll take a called strike 3. 1 down.
Stayed inside with that two-seam fastball, throws it at the hip and brings it back on the inside corner.
Let's take a look at the defense, I should say, brought to you by Infinity. And the White Sox stack up like this with Palcom, Garcia, and Garcia. Left to right, Sanchez, Anderson, Moncada, Delmonico from third to first, Smith behind the plate.
And Sanchez at third base, making his 88th start at third base. He's played 1 game at short, 4 at second. Turned 19 double plays at third base. That's the 4th most in the American League. 10 errors also at third base for Sanchez.
Multi-homer game for Trout last night. Swinging first pitch, fouls it off.
He got the go-to today. Swing early. Trout, a .388 career hitter when he puts that first pitch in play.
No balls, 2 strikes. There's a breaking ball from Covey. Mike at 311, 28 home runs now, 58 runs batted in. 4 RBI night, 2 home runs, a double, hit by a pitch, and a strikeout. Base percentage went up at .460 now. Ground ball to short. That one off the end of the bat. Anderson has to hurry. Trout almost legs it out. 2 down.
Nice job by Anderson. Talked about him last night on the defensive side, getting better for the White Sox. Quick with his transfer, firm throw, gets Trout by half a step.
Nobody on with 2 outs. Here's Upton. Justin swinging first pitch. Shoots one out to right field. It's a base hit. Garcia was shading him out toward right center field. So it's a 2-out single for Justin. We'll bring up Albert.
Back-to-back batters swinging first pitch against Kobe. Let's take a look at our cricket smile with Albert Pujols coming to the plate. Could put a smile on his face after his game he had last night against James Shields. Home run number 631 for Albert. And then a base hit and a smile at James Shields after homered against him the at bat before. Said, yeah, I'll keep it in the ballpark this time, but a base hit going the other way. Just 1 hit away now from Craig Biggio on the all-time hit list.
30-60 is what Biggio has, then Ichiro after that. As far as current players, it's Albert behind Adrian Beltre, 3,119. Pujols at 253. 17 home runs, 53 runs batted in. Upton's on the move, had a running start. This one bounced to the left side. Moncada, who was covering, takes it easy out. 3rd out in the books, but both teams exchanging solo home runs. Abreu at the top of the first. Cole Calhoun knots it up with a leadoff jack here at the bottom of the first. The only scoring in this one. Abreu and Calhoun. Palacum, Garcia, and Delmonico. Against Nick Tropiano through 17 pitches in the first. Daniel bounces this one foul. Well, Boston can't handle it. And his hands hurt now.
Yeah. I know the feeling.
Yeah. Pocket hitting 226 on the year. 12 home runs, 33 runs batted in his first season in the big leagues. We'll scout this one out to left center field. Towering shot, taking Trout back to the warning track and at the wall. Gets up on the wall and he can't come up with it. Palka with a solo home run. It's 2-1 Sox. Second home run allowed by Tropiano.
Well, their mislocations so far today for Tropiano both ended up being home runs against him. Right-handed batter, now left-handed batter. A two-seam fastball, that's the danger again. When you're going to throw it, that's a start off the hip. Trout almost got back to that one. Palka with real good power, 13th home run. We'll see how Trout getting all the way back, and it's a little bit too far, a little over the glove.
Bounce to first. Albert will take it himself. Garcia is retired for the first inning of the second. I remember the Monday, usually first game of the series, we have a ton of conversations with visiting broadcasters about the teams and so on and so forth. Steve Stone. As a matter of fact, Palka was in the hitting cage, take a BP. He said, this kid right here hits the ball as hard as anyone, definitely on our team, and as anyone in Major League Baseball right now. His ball just jumps off his bat.
It's pretty good power the other way.
No doubt. He's a strong cat. Delmonico takes low for ball one. Delmonico getting to start at first base today with Abreu DHing. 219 hitter, 7 extra base hits.
Runs that fastball away, has it set up now for a splitter.
Ground ball right side, pulls far to his right, ends up on his knees, feeds Tropiano nicely. 2 down.
Albert's been busy so far today.
Yeah.
Third ground ball his way. Getting to that baseball, but the thing is, Ian Kinsler was right behind him. Albert makes the play and a good throw over to Tropiano to get Delmonico at first base.
Albert taking the approach of, you know what, it's a hot day, and if I'm going to be on my feet playing first base,
just keep moving.
I'm going to get anything that's close to me.
Just create the breeze yourself.
Yeah. I know you're going to have the occasional bat throw to first base, but even at this advanced age that he is at in his career, Albert, about as good as you get as far as feeding the pitcher the baseball from first base.
Leads the pitcher going towards the base. Sometimes you'll see a first baseman throw right at the body. You want to make sure you lead him.
That one went into the dugout. Hopefully didn't get anybody. Paul Sorrento. Anderson grounds this one to second. Kinsler's got it. Tropiano gives up the leadoff home run, gives the lead back up. It's the Sox 2, Angels 1. We hit a bottom of the second.
second. Go to my Hyundai key for the game today for the Angels to be successful against Kobe and the White Sox. A little Arcia Speedwagon riding in the storm out after that 4 home run performance last night. Balanced in the lineup, looking for that balance again today. So far so good. Cole Calhoun with a leadoff home run. So the power stroke still there, trying to score more. Anderson Simmons came to life yesterday with 2 hits himself. Real good balance in that lineup, trying to keep that storm together as far as 1 through 9 swinging the bat.
Big fan of Arcia.
Yeah, yeah.
Anderson Simmons leading things off for the Angels against Dylan Covey. He'll be followed by Kinsler and Arcia.
One of the best concerts I've ever
really?
saw.
Never saw him in concert.
Oh, fantastic.
Man, I like those guys. Foul back. Anderson Simmons, a .305 batting average, 20 doubles, 2 triples, 6 home runs. 2 for 4 game last night, a couple of singles, a little dribbler up the third base line. That is going to go foul. One-two count. Hoping those 2 singles for Silva gets him going. 247 average this month. 19 for 77. And a 284 on base percentage, which is so odd for him. He's been so good this year.
Back down at number 6 spot in the lineup. Talked about that yesterday. 346 batting average in that spot in the lineup this season. 2 hits last night. Now back now it's up to 350 with those 2 hits. Number 6 spot in the lineup.
Reaching forward toward third, and it goes foul.
Getting his exercise in.
I think Alfredo would have helped him out about a third of the way down there. Said, hey, it's foul.
Yeah. Alfredo conserving energy.
It's like a Jeffrey Leonard 1 flap down trot around the bases.
0-0. Jeffrey Leonard.
Hit another one, you might as well just tap out.
Yeah.
Right? Or just hit it over the fence. You don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, they can casually jog around.
Then definitely go 1 flap down.
Thanks, guys, for that.
Oh, man. Fredo's laughing, too.
Such a cool afternoon, too, to do that 3 times in a row.
2-3 goes the put out, and it'll bring up Kinsler.
With Kobe on the mound, you're going to see a lot of baseballs hit on the ground. 3 ground ball outs already.
Ian had the night off last night, hitting .228, 12 home runs and 28 RBIs. Turned it around a little bit offensively this month. .274 batting average. 3 doubles, 1 home run and 6 RBIs.
Take a look at our StatCast powered by AWS, where the defense is set up for Ian Kinsler, where he's hit the majority of the baseballs when it's been on the ground. What if you back up the middle, the shortstop side? It's 18% to the right side of the infield. When you look at ground ball percentage for Kobe, 57.8% ground ball percentage. That's the 5th highest in Major League Baseball this season.
2-1. Breaking ball, and it's fouled at the plate. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Kobe, a 4th round pick by the Oakland A's in 2013. As Simba catches his breath. It was a Rule 5 selection by Chicago prior to last season. He struggled in the big leagues last year. 18 games, 12 starts, was 0-7 with a 7.71 earned run average. Made 7 starts at AAA this year and was very good. Got the promotion to the big leagues, making his 13th start this afternoon. 2-2. Kinsler pulls one foul. Pulled toward third, and nice play by Yolmer Sanchez going to his left. 2 outs.
And if you're an infield for the White Sox, you got to be ready throughout this entire game when Kobe is on the mound. A lot of ground balls. Simba's still trying to cool down. Luis Valbuena helping out.
This one sliced down the left field line, just foul.
Looking for that first major league hit.
And his first at bat.
In that memo as far as swinging at that first pitch against Kobe.
28-year-old native of Venezuela. Originally in the Yankees farm system, joined the Angels system in 2017. At AAA this year, 283 average, 3 home runs, 26 runs batted in. This one fouled into the dugout, and that one almost got Calhoun and Ohtani and a couple of other guys.
It's 2 baseballs almost the exact same spot already.
Line towards short. Anderson's got it. The Angels down in order here in the second. We'll head to the 3rd inning. Chicago leads it 2-1. A flowery Hawaiian print bucket hat while supplies last. It's courtesy of Paracoat Farms. For more information, just go over to angels.com/.
Is that a giveaway?
Promotions. Yes, it is. That's a good look on you, brother.
What?
This flowery Angels bucket hat.
That is a nice look.
I'll join you.
Yeah. That looks fantastic on you, by the way. Perfect
Remember those
fit.
bucket hats they used to have back in the day that had the like the beer cans?
Yes.
Around.
Yes, I remember well.
I remember them well.
Yes.
I contributed to a couple of those.
Perfect day for it today, too.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Nothing keeps the heat in like the bucket hats. This one's pulled foul right in front of the dugout. I feel much cooler already.
Oh, I'm thinking about asking for a jacket right now.
There's a members only jacket
Yeah,
hanging over the back.
That's my bad.
Put that jacket on with that hat.
Yeah, that would be a great look. I might have to do that.
Ground ball over to short. Smith grounded.
It's almost mandatory for the first baseball to be hit to Hamilton Simmons after his at bat.
Thankfully, it was just to him, and he didn't have to charge. He had a catcher running. So the leadoff man retired to start the third inning. 2-1 Chicago. Interesting approach here by Yohan Moncada, kind of old school, kind of shuffling up in the batter's box almost as if to try to slap something through the left side.
Well, especially to take away that downward action of a splitter.
Down he goes. 2 outs. Second strikeout for Tropeano. Let's go back and take a look at the old shuffle by Yohan.
He was trying to catch that pitch out in front, especially when you see quite a few off-speed pitches.
People don't believe that you have a members-only jacket.
I don't understand why they won't.
I know. It's crazy. I'm telling you, members-only jacket with the flowery Hawaiian hat. It's like the perfect outfit for a hot summer day in Southern California because they both breathe.
Yes, they do.
They're both very breathable.
Absolutely incredibly comfortable.
Sanchez struck out his first time up. That one misses low. And it's 2 balls and no strikes. And there it is. Look at that.
I might need some gloves on here at some
You gotta
point.
pop that collar though.
Oh yeah.
Pop it. Like there you go. See?
Yeah, that's how I roll.
Look, that is old school. All that's
See my
missing,
Trans Am right now, and I'm all
the
good.
mullet that flows behind the
It's
pop
fantastic.
collar.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be solid. This one's fouled back. 2 balls and a strike. That is a good look. That jacket's been hanging up in the back of the booth for years.
Yeah.
When it gets a little chilly at night or it gets a little warm, Gooby busted out.
He got a little bit cooler now with his hat on now.
Use that term loosely. Cooler. Fell back. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Off comes the jacket.
Yes. Focus. Right back in the game now. Focus.
Back to baseball.
Back to baseball.
2-2 out away from Trope. Outside, full count. You got Abreu on deck. 2-1 Chicago. A couple of solo home runs. Abreu in the first. Polk in the second. Angels only run a home run. Calhoun leading off in the first. And a walk. So a 2-out free pass. The first walk issued by Tropeano gives Abreu an opportunity. Expand the Sox lead. Brave bouncing this one to third. Fair ball. Fletcher goes the short way. And they force out Sanchez for out number 3. To the bottom of the third we go. Halos down 2-1.
Vehicles. See your Hyundai dealer today. By Carl's Jr., the tempting El Diablo Thick Burger has returned to Carl's Jr. Pick it up before it's gone. And by the 2018 Subaru Forester, a whole lot to love.
Halos down 2-1 here at the bottom of the third. Fletcher, Calhoun, and Otani. 9-1-2 coming up for the Angels. Dylan Covey, 1 strikeout, 2 hits allowed, a home run to Cole, and a single to Upton. That's it. David hitting .303, 6 doubles, a triple, a home run, 11 runs batted in. He had the start last night at second base for the night off that Kinsler had, and this one's fouled back. No balls, 2 strikes. Oh, 2 downstairs. David last night, another multi-hit game, 2 for 4 overall. Just love seeing him in the lineup, like the way he plays the game. Two and 2. So the California product that grew up with David Eckstein as his favorite player. And you know what? Plays the game just like that.
Exactly. And look up a lot of pitches every at bat.
He's got 4 multi-hit games over his last 5. He'll shoot this one out to center field. Back on it is Lurie Garcia, tracks it down, 1 down.
Pretty good indication how well the baseball carrier is doing in the day, especially a warm afternoon. Speaking of carrying in the first inning, Cole Calhoun got a fastball from Covey. Exit velocity, 106.9 miles per hour. Good launch angle, 31 degrees for Cole Calhoun. His 11th home run of the season. First leadoff home run of the season, 8th in his career.
Fourth for the Angels this season.
Kobe around the strike zone, as we talked about, jumping on that first pitch. 10 batters face 8 first pitch strikes.
incredible long look in. 1-1. All that for changeup. 2-1.
So he probably put a fastball and goes, that's the pitch he hit out against me. Let's try one of those other pitches I have, whether it's a slider or curveball, split, change. Let's avoid the fastball. This moment, Cole can sit on a fastball about 90% of the time. Kobe will throw a 3-1 fastball to a left-handed batter. 66% of all his pitches are fastballs.
That is launched out to right field again. Avi Garcia's back. That is off the top of the wall. Stays in play. Cole in at second with a double. He wants the guys to take a look at it. I'm sure Soch will have Andrew Bailey at least glance at it.
Yeah, 16 home runs have been hit over that yellow line this season in the right center field. 10 by the opponents, 6 by the Angels. That was a fastball, little two-seamer, and he lines it just below that yellow line.
The kind of adjustment Joe does here in the third. The second at bat. He struck out looking at the first. The only punch out for Kobe.
Take a look at our Carl's Cam replay from last night with Shohei Ohtani. The adjustment he made against James Shields. Ready to get that pitch on the inner half, but he hit that one well over 440 feet to right center field. Tyler Skaggs, he might need that hat with that look he had right there with the shocked look, how far that baseball went.
Ball on a strike. Tying run at second base and Calhoun. Trout on deck. 1-1. Down and in.
9 home runs for Shohei this season. All 9 at the Big A. All 9 versus right-handed pitching. Seven to center field, 2 to right center field.
Three-one count. Meeting on the mound with everybody. Hey, who would you rather face, Ohtani or the guy on deck?
I think I'm going to throw him a fastball now.
Either that or they're going over someone's wedding registry on the mound right now. Candlesticks make a good gift.
Yeah. Maybe they got a peek at that Hawaiian hat. They're saying, hey, let's try to stick around for an extra day to grab it.
You see those two dopes up in the booth.
Yes.
How distracting were those guys? 3-1 to show. He pulls this one to second base. 2 outs. Moncada probably looking at Kobe. See, I just told you, have him hit it to me.
Wonderful pitch to Trout here.
That's the intentional walk to Trout. And for Trout, that's the 19th intentional walk of the season, 94th overall base on balls.
Trout with 19 stolen bases. Smith has only thrown out 1 base stealer this season in 25 attempts, so 24 stolen bases against him is 4%. 4% of the time he's thrown out a base stealer, so time for Trout to maybe going.
Upton with the base hit to right field in the first. He's got runners at the corners. Big hole on the right side of the infield as well. I'm going to check in on Mike.
Trout's next stolen base will put him in that 20-20 category once again with 20 stolen bases or more, 20 home runs or more for Trout. When we look at Trout in his lead, it's always settles in right around that 11-foot mark. Other base stealers you see they at 13, 14-foot lead. Trout generally will stay right around there, 10, 11.
That's lined into left field, left center field. That'll bring home a run. Trout will stop at second. Upton with an RBI, single 2-2 game.
It's going to make Justin Upton feel real good about that one. Base hit with a runner in scoring position after Mike Trout was intentionally walked. 2 hits in the game for Upton. Good matchup, especially when you have a pitcher. A lot of pitchers in the lower part of the strike zone. That works right into the swing of Justin Upton. Lines that one right back towards the middle and in for an RBI single.
Albert grounded out his first time up. It's a break the ball for a strike. Ball over to third. That ball was hit hard. Sanchez there. They force out Upton. And he comes to an end. But the Angels do tie it up. Single by Justin Upton. It's a 2-2 game as we hit the fourth.
Leaders, Mike Trout, third AL player with at least 2 home runs, 3 steals, and 6 walks in 1 series. The other 2, Babe Ruth, Lou Gehrig. Pretty good company for Mike Trout. Getting walked like that, Justin Upton, though, comes through with an opportunity with a base hit. The runner in scoring position makes the White Sox pay for walking Trout. That's what you want to see from J-Up.
Those opportunities haven't really presented themselves a whole lot for Upton to actually come through with them. He's had plenty of opportunities, but I'm sure he's got to feel good to get that sharp single to right in his first at bat and then come through on the very first pitch and pick up the RBI to tie things up here in the fourth. Tropiano back to work off speed. Is cut on and missed by Avi Garcia.
Both times he's throwing Garcia first pitch breaking ball. Garcia always aggressive, especially when he's sitting on a first pitch fastball. Good decision by Tropiano to go with a breaking ball.
Bouncer to third. Fletcher comes in on it. One down.
Only Fletcher can get some work in the infield, whether he's been at third base or even second base. Especially when you're playing third base, you have a couple left-handed pitchers in your rotation. And Andrew Heaney, Tyler Skaggs, you're going to get a lot of action at third base. Same thing with a splitter from a right-handed pitcher, Nick Tropiano, against a right-handed batter.
Paul Calhoun to lead off the second, his 13th of the year, out toward left center field. 3 balls and no strikes.
Gotta be careful there. You can't groove a fastball here to him.
He went after that 3-0 pitch. Pujols calling for it. 2 down. We'll take that. That's a thank you very much.
Yep.
You got a hitter to swing at a pitcher's 3-0 pitch.
That's a hitter that had a good swing the previous at bat, hit a home run. Polka pops up after the home run, his first at bat.
Ball and a strike on Leury Garcia. This afternoon getting to start out in center field. He grounded out to Albert in the second. One and 2. Down goes Garcia. 1, 2, 3, 4th inning for Nick Tropiano. 2-2 game as we head to the bottom of the frame.
ahead as Vlad Guerrero going into the Hall of Fame on Sunday. Won the MVP for the Angels back in 2004. What a season he had. Bring home that MVP. One of 3 all-time for the Angels. Don Baylor, Mike Trout twice, and Vlad Guerrero. 337, 39 home runs, and 126 RBI for Vlad Guerrero on his way to the Hall of Fame. Already there in Cooperstown.
Simmons, Kinsler, and Arcia for the Angels here in the 4th inning. If you weren't with us earlier today, Martin Maldonado traded to the Houston Astros. Machete had a chance to talk to his teammates before leaving today.
Well, his relationship he developed right away with Shohei Ohtani in spring training. Amongst all his teammates also, but really close with Shohei. Tropiano settled down, really solid 4th inning.
First time up, breaks his bat, grounds this one to second. 1 away.
Second baseman number 3, Ian Kinsler.
Kinsler grounded out to 3rd. 0 for 1. And that is skied high deep toward left field. Moving back on it is Palka near the track and at the wall. Leads up, gone! Ian Kinsler goes big fly, and the Angels have a 3-2 lead. 13th home run of the season, 29th run batted in.
Second home run of the game for the Angels against Kobe. Ian Kinsler's 13th home run of the season. Take a look at We Make It Easy, brought to you by SoCal Toyota for Ian Kinsler. An all-speed pitch right down the heart of the plate, and the lift that he creates drives it out to left center field, giving the Halos a 3-2 lead. It's a 6th home run in the last 2 games for the Angels against White Sox pitching.
Francisco Arcia, 0 for 1. He lined out his first major league at bat. That was to the shortstop, Tim Anderson.
247 career home runs for Kinsler.
Three balls, no strikes.
Keep in mind, there's 6 home runs allowed this season by Kobe. 2 today, though.
And a walk. 4-pitch variety with 1 out here in the 4th. Brings up Fletcher.
Looks like they're checking. This will not be an official visit. See if there's something wrong with Dylan Kobe.
Appears to be all right. There's no movement. Now there's movement in the White Sox pen just in case, but Kobe appears to be all right.
Really notice a whole lot. Herm Schneider has been the athletic trainer for the White Sox for a lot of years.
Fletcher, a fly ball to center field, as we mentioned. 0 for 1. It's up and in.
We think with Fletcher the way he handles the bat, and Kobe the way a lot of his pitchers in the lower part of the strike zone, not a bad time to put a hit and run on.
There goes Arcia. This is bounced to short. Anderson's only placed to first. David is retired for out number 2, and the Angels have a man in scoring position with Cole coming to the plate.
Already a big game, a home run and a double.
The old halfway to a cycle.
Where the infield is set up, a lot of room on that left side of the infield to get that base hit, to get closer to the cycle. A lot of room this way for Cole to be able to get that base hit on the ground.
Ball in the dirt. Arcia takes third.
Third wild pitch of the season for Kobe. Well in front of the plate. Smith tried to keep that in front. When you have spin from a breaking ball, a little bit different than it would be a fastball. Spins off the chest protector far enough away for Arcia to be able to go to third.
Good swing, fouls it back.
It's a good aggressive swing for Cole Calhoun. 2-0.
Two balls, two strikes.
And Kinsler with a home run this inning, giving the Angels a 3-2 lead. 13th home run, 29th RBI.
Two. Cole strikes out, and the Angels leave a man at third base, but Ian Kinsler with one swing of the bat gives the Halos a 3-2 lead as we head to the top of the 5th.
When a mistake pitch, you want to be in position to be able to crush that baseball, and that's exactly what Kinsler did. Angels up 3-2.
City National Bank, a proud sponsor of Angels baseball. And by the 2018 Subaru Forester, a whole lot to love.
Halos up on the score of 3-2 as we start the top of the 5th inning. White Sox setting up 6-7, 7-8-9 I should say. Delmonico, Anderson, and Smith. Delmonico, the first baseman, facing Nick Tropiano. The first time up, he grounded out to Pujols. 0 for 1. Tropiano, 3 strikeouts, 1 walk, 2 hits allowed, both solo home runs. He launches that one way outside, 2-0. Nope. And a 4-pitch walk to start the 5th. Not what you wanted to do after your team just gave you the lead. Second free pass.
Anderson has rolled into 9 double plays this season. Tropiano's had 6 turn behind him.
Anderson grounded out to Kinsler, ending the 2nd inning. White Sox shortstop 0 for 1. He's had a couple of multi-hit games in this series.
Tropiano with that very good pickoff move.
Chopper toward short. Could be 2. Simmons to Kinsler on the first. They got it. Double play, 2 outs.
Just like that, a double play ball. 10th he has hit into now, Anderson, this season. 7th turn behind Tropiano. 6-4-3. 72 double plays turned by Anderson Simmons. Ian Kinsler now with 70.
So base is clear for Kevin Smith. The catcher grounded to Simmons in his first AB. Three-2 game. 4 home runs hit. Abreu, Palka for the Sox, Calhoun, Kinsler for the Angels.
Very economical as far as pitches thrown for Tropiano so far. It is 57.
And down goes Smith. So just like that, a 4-pitch walk, a double play ball, a strikeout. We're headed to the bottom of the 5th inning with the Angels on top.
Shohei Ohtani coming to the plate here in the bottom of the 5th. First player with at least 9 home runs and 4 pitching wins before the end of the month of July. The only other player to do so, Babe Ruth, back in 1919, Shohei Ohtani. That's twice now we've referenced Babe Ruth in a game here. Pretty impressive.
Not bad.
Yep.
2, 3, and 4 for the Angels. Ohtani, Trout, and Upton. Shohei struck out looking in the 1st and grounded out in the 3rd.
Continues to progress as far as his throwing program. Long look in.
That got Jerry Davis in the foot.
Two at-bats in a row for Shohei Ohtani to be headed to count 3-1. Right on the top of the foot. Jerry Davis.
To Jerry's credit, he didn't rub it.
Nope.
3-1 from Covey. Shohei bounces this one to second. Kana's there. One away.
Mike Trout coming to play. Let's take a look at our tools of the trade. Brought to you by Ram Trucks. What he did for his 2nd home run last night. The balance he created and be able to hit this baseball. Look how deep in the strike zone that pitch was. The Trout hit out to right field. Well past the front part of the plate. Stay back. Home run to right field. His 3rd home run to right field this season for Mike Trout. You gotta have a lot of confidence to let a baseball get that deep in the strike zone and still hit it that far that Trout was able to do to right field.
Mike's over 1. He grounded out of the 1st inning, walked intentional style. His last plate appearance. Gets jammed, lofts one out toward right center field. Garcia plays a very deep right field, makes the catch, 2 down. But the big man also has some pretty good speed.
Yeah. And you look for one of these years is to stay healthy for an entire season. You got talent, Garcia, power, speed.
Up to 2 for 2 with a couple of singles. Also picked up an RBI in the 3rd. Trying to leave with that swing. One. Full action there underneath the hands. Sinking fastball, 1-2.
Upton's already had 2 really good at-bats against him.
fouled off. Breaking ball misses, full count. Albert's on deck. Angels taking the 1-run lead on the Kinsler home run at the bottom of the 4th. Covey had 78 pitches, 48 have been strikes. 2 strikeouts, 2 walks. And going to fall in there for a 3-hit game. Just fought that one off. That was his first swing, more of a line shot in the first inning, but using the entire field, and gives Albert an opportunity here with 2 outs.
And a couple hits that way, pulled another hit for an RBI. His fastball upstairs. Able to bring his hands up enough to be able to fight that in the right field for a base hit.
8th 3-hit game this year. First since June 29th at Baltimore. Albert lines one out the left field. That is going to fall in there for a hit. Palka stabs at it. Upton keeps on running toward third base and avoids the tag. And the Angels have runners at the corners with Pujols picking up a single.
And tying Craig Biggio now for the all-time hit list at number 24 for Pujols. Mislocation pitches for Covey this afternoon, and Albert lines it into left field. Polka unable to initially get in position to make a throw, and that slide, avoiding the tag for Upton. Slides and be able to bring that left hand around and grab the base before being tagged.
Simba's 0 for 2. 0-1. It's pulled down the line to foul, hooks into the seats. Upton at third, Pujols at first. And this guy get fouled. Chicago has action in their bullpen. Cedeno's up. He's already pitched in the series. This is line to left center field. A base hit. It brings home a run. And gets by Lurie Garcia in center field. Albert chugging around third. He'll be waved home. Simba ends up at third base as the throw gets away from Smith. Here comes Andrelton Simmons. He will score. How about a little league home run?
And more running for Andrelton Simmons. That's a real good swing from Simba.
That'll be a single and a couple of errors as the Angels score 3 times with 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th.
For the most part in this entire series, the White Sox defense has been okay. That was an issue coming into the series, but here today hurts them. As he gets underneath the glove of Arcia all the way to the wall, then the relay in. Then the high throw from Anderson to the plate. All with 2 outs.
Somehow they're giving Simba a triple on that.
He is Simba. He's quick.
That's an error. That's a single with an error in center field. That should be a double error. Simba will take it. There's another base hit. That is 4 straight 2-out hits allowed by Covey. And because it's ruled a triple, he gets credited with 2 RBIs.
Simba will take that. It's been a struggle of late for him. Looks like that's going to be it for Covey now.
Almost looks like as if he just ran out of gas all of a sudden, Gooby.
Yeah, other than those couple pitches, especially the home run pitches, threw the ball pretty well. Flattened out after getting 2 quick outs here in the 5th.
Pitching change in the bottom of the 5th inning. The Angels have struck for 3 and they're on top 6-2.
In Major League Baseball, we talked about Martin Maldonado going to the Astros. Joaquin Soria get traded from the White Sox here to the Brewers. Been very good this season. J. Happ going to the Yankees. Has been very good for Toronto. Now get that left-handed pitcher that the Yankees need. The 20-game winner back in 2016. A lot of fastballs for Happ joining the Yankees. Already picked up Zach Britton earlier this week.
Rick Renteria having a conversation with Dylan Covey. Today's starter, 4 2/3, 6 runs. He's responsible for Kinsler over at first base. Xavier Cedeno takes over. His pitching change brought to you by Purple Bricks. Cedeno's second appearance of this series, 18th overall. Arcia, line out and a walk. His Major League debut. Takes a strike.
chasing that breaking ball. No balls, 2 strikes. Check in on Ian. Multi-hit game for Kinsler. Home run and a single. And David Fletcher on deck. Tropiano so far. 2 runs allowed, both on solo home runs. He has struck out 4, walked 2.
Good swing there. With 2 strikes on him.
Arcia goes down swinging. That'll do it for the Angels. But they strike for 3 runs here in the 5th inning, all with 2 outs, and have a 6-2 lead as we head to the top of the 6th.
Today been very good as far as getting that ground ball, actually keep the ball on the ground for the most part this afternoon. It's a weak contact. Also against the baseballs being played well in the infield. 10 outs via the ground ball so far for Nick Tropiano. He's been able to change speeds with both his breakable, changeup, and splitter, and still spotting his fastball lower part of the strike. So when you do that, and it gets a ground ball action, it's a weak soft contact on the ground ball. Very effective so far for Tropiano. Just 1 fly out, 4 punch outs, go along with 10 ground ball outs.
Got top of the order here in Moncada, Sanchez, and Abreu for the Sox. Halo's trying to earn a series split. White Sox took the first 2. Good off-speed pitch for a strike. Moncada ground down to the 1st inning, struck out in the 3rd.
Another good off-speed pitch.
Off the end of the bat, foul territory. Fletcher racing over. Oh man, out of his glove. Almost made a spectacular play.
Well, he's been everywhere, no matter where Mike Scioscia has put him. Whether it's at 3rd, 2nd, or even in the outfield. Just off the end of the glove as he slides in there, that warning track.
To throw down the first, complete the strikeout, and there it is. 1 away, strikeout number 5 for Nick.
Shot not wasted pitches going right after a hitter. You got a 4-run lead. It's a real good split.
Gilmer Sanchez 0 for 1 with a strikeout and a walk. She went out toward right center field. Trout racing over. He's there. 2 down.
Real good first step and jump and angle that Trout took to be able to run that one down.
So 2 quick outs here in the 6th inning. Abreu DHing today comes to the plate. White Sox will go home and they will welcome the Toronto Blue Jays on Friday night. Angels will stay here and Seattle comes to town. Halos will travel to Chicago for a weekend series September 7th through the 9th. Seems like every year we go there for a 3 or 4 game series in September. Good time of year to go to Chicago.
Yes. April, a little chilly.
Been to Minnesota in April. That was cold.
Yeah, that was cold.
Two-0 count on Jose Abreu, homered in the 1st inning. 15th of the year. 2-1. Checked his swing. 3-1.
Pretty close to getting to chase that breaking ball.
Garcia's on deck. Full count, just a 68th pitch. Thrown by Tropiano. Two got him looking. Abreu knew it. A 1-2-3 shutdown inning. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th. Angels leading at 6-2. Courtyard for fun activities and stay after the game for Kids Run the Bases minus Gooby. He won't be here. For more information on this Family Sunday
next time.
Kids Run the Bases sponsored by Yakult Probiotic Drink. Go to angels.com/promotions. Just imagine you leading the charge with that flowery bucket hat.
Yes.
And that members only jacket.
Oh, that would be priceless.
Kids would be you'd be like the Pied Piper.
Yes. There's still time.
Following you along.
Yes.
Dontrell Willis is going to join us this weekend. Join me this weekend. Gooby will be gone, along with Mark Langston, Jose Mota, several of the Angels front office going to Cooperstown for the induction ceremony.
It's going to be so much fun. Vlad, can't wait to see that smile, acceptance speech.
You should weigh yourself before and after the ceremony.
A little toasty and humid.
Yep. Fletcher, Calhoun, and Ohtani for the Angels. Xavier Cedeno came in and got the final out of the fifth. Is back out. This one pulled foul. Hello, Dino.
Still quick.
Fletcher's 0 for 2, and he'll punch this one through the right side. Good piece of hitting. Lead off single to strike the bottom of the sixth.
Well, when you look at the spray chart for hits this season for David Fletcher, you're talking about the entire field. Going back to my Hyundai key for this game with Cole Calhoun coming to the plate, riding the storm out. So far, so good as far as riding the baseball and driving it for Cole and the Angels today. Cole with a home run and a double. Couple runs scored. Getting that batting average closer and closer to that 200 mark.
Two for 3 this afternoon with a home run, double, and a strikeout. No balls on a strike. Fletcher over at first base.
Trying to stay back in that slow breaking ball.
Downstairs, ball gets away. Fletcher, great read. Takes second base.
All the fundamentals he does so well. Gets that ball far enough away, can advance into scoring position for Cole. Off the chest protector of Smith and able to get that quick jump on a good secondary lead as you see gets that good prep step. Secondary lead, slides in, scoring position for David Fletcher.
One down. Here's Shohei. 0 for 3 so far. Strike out, a couple of ground balls to second.
Thing you want to try to see from Shohei Ohtani, keeping that lower part of his body and feet still at the plate. No movement. Should stay back? Think in terms of what part of the plate is yours in this at bat for Shohei Ohtani versus the lefty.
Good swing there on that 85-mile-per-hour pitch.
Really, no hitter can cover both sides of the plate. So you have to be in position to determine what part of the plate is going to be yours in an at bat. That was a pitch right there to hit a long way. Mistake breaking ball.
This one's out to right. Garcia's there. Fletcher back to second. He's going to tag and take third. 2 down. And I would imagine another walk coming, perhaps. Trout coming to the plate. He's been intentionally walked once. He's 0 for 2 on the afternoon.
Yep, there it is. Walk him. Quite like Barry Bonds like.
Yeah. 20th intentional walk now for Trout. Pitching change. We're in the 6th inning. Halo's on top, 6-2.
With Seattle, Wade LeBlanc 6-1 going against Andrew Heaney. King Felix on Saturday going against Jaime Barria. Marco Gonzalez, who's throwing the ball very, very well this season against the Angels, going against Felix Pena in the Sunday afternoon game. Wade LeBlanc 6-1 this season.
Pitching change here in the 6th. Juan Minaya comes on for the 3rd time this series. He's going to face Justin Upton after Trout was intentionally walked. The Angels have runners at the corners with 2 outs. Justin is having a heck of a game. 3 for 3, 3 singles, an RBI, and a run scored. Not had a 4-hit game yet this year. Trout's on the move. The pitch is outside. It's a stolen base for Mike.
Number 20 on the season for Trout. 2020 club. Was all time as far as 20 home runs or more, 20 or more steals in a season. Bobby Bonds, Don Baylor, Devon White, Darren Erstad, Bobby Abreu, and Trout has done it a number of times. 5 times for Trout.
Fifth time in Trout's career with 25 home runs, 20 stolen bases in his career. We mentioned his 20th intentional walk. Mike Guerrero, the only player in franchise history to have more in a single season. He had 28 in 07, 26 in 05, 25 in 2006. Trout at this pace will set a franchise record.
Trout, there's 2 walks. What now? 95 walks in the season. Most in the American League, most in the National League. Bryce Harper has 80 walks.
Trout's on pace for 31 intentional walks. Time was called. Three balls, no strikes. Pujols on deck.
The game like Justin has had so far, I gotta believe he's swinging here 3-0. The White Sox were sensing the same thing. All speed pitch.
Three-one. Good rip at that fastball. Fletcher standing at third and Trout at second. 6-2 Halos here in the sixth. 3-2. Upton will strike out swinging, leave a couple on and score in position. We'll head to the seventh. Angels on top. Welcome back out here to Angel Stadium. We're in the top of the seventh inning. Angels up by the score of 6-2, and told apparently there's some bees on the field or something. Remember several years ago we had The old queen bee out in the trees out in straightaway center field. Looks like we've had an umpire go downstairs as well between innings. Right now there are 2 umpires on the field. Jerry Davis is the crew chief. So we're not quite sure as to why we're in a delay right now. Players were heading out there and all of a sudden they were called off. So we're just hanging out right now, trying to figure out why the delay with the Angels up 6-2. Hopefully it is just, hopefully everyone's all right if it's the umpire situation. Obviously a very warm, muggy day. Jerry Davis has a towel around his neck. He's the home plate umpire and the crew chief. He's not on the field at this time. So we're going to step away for a moment, see if we can figure things out here if they tell us, and hopefully we'll have that information for you when we return. .607 first pitch against the Seattle Mariners. Stay for a family-friendly animated movie following the Saturday night fireworks show. For more information, post-game movie, go to angels.com. We think that the delay is because of home plate umpire Jerry Davis, and that's why we're waiting for the umpires to come back out. Each half inning, he's taken a couple of walks downstairs behind home plate, and I think it just finally got to him. It was 84 degrees at first pitch, but it's very, very warmer, certainly muggier. It is a muggy day. It has been a muggy week, as a matter of fact, here in Southern California. So clearly that has caught up with somebody. That's why we are waiting for the umpires to come back. The Angels fell behind early with Abreu homering in the first inning. The Angels tied it up at the bottom of the first inning with a Cole Calhoun blast, his 11th of the year. But then Nick Tropiano gave up a leadoff home run to Daniel Palka to give the Sox the 2-1 lead. Stay that way till the bottom of the fourth inning. Ian Kinsler put the Angels back in the lead with his 13th home run of the season. 29th run batted in out to left field. That made it 3-2. And then in the fifth inning, the Angels with 2 outs after Ohtani grounded out and trouted a fly ball to right. Upton got a single, his 3rd hit of the day. Pujols got a single, and then Andrelton Simmons hit a ball that was ruled a triple, 2 RBIs, and he scored on what they call a little league home run on the throw home by Tim Anderson that got away from Kevin Smith. 3 runs on the board, and that's been the scoring this afternoon. 6-2 as Nick Tropiano is ready to come back down for this 7th inning of work. Has thrown the ball exceptionally well. He's kept the pitch count down low. Tropiano with 6 strikeouts, 2 walks, 2 hits allowed. So we're in a delay here. It seems like it's an umpire delay as we change things up. This is after the strikeout of Justin Up to Jerry Davis. Takes the mask off. Immediately calls down to the first base umpire, Ryan Additive, who had the plate
right away.
The Monday night game, the opener.
The umpires coming in quickly for Jerry Davis.
Being told by Angels PR that Jerry Davis dealing with some dizziness. It looks like it's a second base umpire, Hoberg, who went downstairs. And here comes Hoberg. So we're ready to go. We'll go with a three-man crew the rest of the way. Hopefully Jerry's all right. Feels much better as he gets down to that air conditioning, gets some water
one
in
of the
him.
good guys. Many a conversation with Jerry over the years. Warm afternoon here today. Been warm the last 4 days against the White Sox.
Tropiano will warm up, and here in the seventh, the White Sox will have Avi Garcia, Palka, and Lurie Garcia coming up. That's 4, 5, and 6.
Arco, quality top-tier gas for less.
Shouldn't take Tropiano too long to get ready with this weather here. Tropiano at 69 pitches, 44 have been strikes, so he's got plenty in the tank. He's go 1 or 2 more innings. Angels will have an off day on Monday after Seattle comes to town over the weekend. Halos will travel to St. Petersburg, Florida on Sunday. Get in very late Sunday night, early Monday morning. Enjoy the off day in St. Pete before teeing it up with the Tampa Bay Rays, the resurgent Tampa Bay Rays, playing good baseball.
Yeah, a couple games over 500 for Tampa.
So we're ready to go with Avisail Garcia coming up. Garcia's 0 for 2, twice he's grounded out to Fletcher. One ball, no strikes on Garcia. Tropiano coming off a 1-2-3 inning. He's retired the sign in order twice tonight. Today, I should say, in the 4th and 6th. This is a bounce foul, 1-1. Actually having to walk that one off. One on the way. Off speed. 2 balls, 1 strike.
All of a sudden now, as a pitcher and a catcher, you're dealing with a different strike zone when you have a change like this as far as home plate umpires.
Garcia hits one high deep toward left center field. Trout will pull up. That one is gone. A home run by Avisail Garcia. 3rd one allowed by Nick Tropiano. It's 6-3 Angels. Apparently his ankle's not bothering him.
He crushed that baseball getting up in the air in this warm afternoon. That's going to go a long way. 11th home run of the season for Garcia. We might see some movement now in the bullpen for the Angels.
That was a tumbler. Here's Palka, left fielder. And he drives one high and deep to right field. Back-to-back home runs, 6-4 Angels. Second home run of the afternoon for Daniel Palka. He jumped all over that first pitch fastball.
He's been swinging at the first pitch quite a bit in this entire series. If you're going to throw a first pitch, you better make sure you get it away from that middle part of the plate. Just like that, the White Sox right back in the game. Look at a Nissan pitch cast. End up drifting in the heart of the plate again. 92-mile-an-hour fastball. We talked about it, you talked about it, Victor, earlier. He is strong. Home run well out to right center field, home run to left center field earlier in the game.
Tropiano's given up 4 home runs in this one, all solo shots. Lurie Garcia will be the batter. One-two pitch. Evens up the count. Garcia, ground ball to first and a strikeout.
Garcia will give him up for 100. I'll pay you 75. Last chance. Yeah.
And a called strike 3. Garcia goes down for the first out of the 7th.
Backdoor breaking ball. Threw that curveball right on the outside corner.
Delmonico swinging for the downs. He's 0 for 1. Ground out in the second, a walk leading off the 5th inning.
Four hits in a game for the White Sox, all 4 home runs.
That's down the right field line, has the distance. Will it stay fair? And that one is off the foul pole. 3rd home run allowed by Tropiano this inning. It is 6-5. 5 home runs allowed by Tropiano as Delmonico hits his 2nd of the season.
Oh boy.
Yeah, baby. White
And that pitch wanted to go backdoor again. It gets to the inside part of the plate, right into that happy zone for a left-handed power hitter, and off the foul pole for a home run.
Tropiano cruising through 6 innings, and long ball caught up with him here in the 7th. 3 long ones, 5 of the game. It's a 1-run lead for the Angels. Customize your experience to catch every moment this season. Catch Angels home screen icons and features such as MLB.TV Game of the Day, pitch tracking, in-game highlights, live radio, broadcast stats, news, and more. Download MLB at Bat today. Justin Anderson on in relief of Nick Tropiano. 5 home runs, 5 runs all earned, 5 hits. Sums it up. 84 pitches. They've thrown 69 coming into the 7th with 2 hits allowed, and the wheels came off here in the 7th. So it's up to Anderson to keep things in check with the Angels down a run. 37th game for Justin. 2-3 mark. 2-2 mark and a 3.19 ERA. Two balls, no strikes. Anderson hits one over to Albert. He'll take it himself. 2 outs.
Catcher number 36, Kevin Smith.
There's Kevin Smith, the catcher. Bouncer back up the middle and a 2-out base hit. Spins the lineup back to the top of the order with Moncada coming up.
Tropiano pitched Moncada very well this afternoon, a couple strikeouts.
0 for 3. Six-5 Angels. We're in the 7th. 2 outs. Breaking ball gets away from Arcia. That puts a tying run in scoring position.
Late break to that slider gets away Arcia and ends up being, could be and should be a pass ball on that one.
Ball at a strike with 2 outs. 1-1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Break the ball, missing outside. Yolmer Sanchez, the third baseman, is on deck. So 2 on now. And Sanchez coming to the plate. Third baseman, 0 for 2 with a walk.
Third baseman, number 5, Yolmer Sanchez.
White Sox with 5 runs, 6 hits, an error, 1 man left on base. The Angels 6 runs, 10 hits, 7 stranded. Well, Sanchez helping Anderson out on an overthrown pitch. It would have been ball 1. Instead, it's an 0-1 count.
Overthrown breaking ball there from Justin Anderson.
Six-2 lead at the start of the inning. So Piano gave up 3 solo shots, make it a 1-run lead. Smith a short lead at second base, 1-1. It's fouled off 1 and 2.
Big pitch here now coming for Anderson to maintain the lead here. The White Sox have scored 3 here in the 7th with 2 runners on here.
Tying run at second, the go-ahead run at first. Time called. Anderson now ready. And he got him with another breaking ball out of the strike zone. The inning comes to an end, but not before the White Sox crawl back into it with 3 solo home runs, 6-5 halos. We hit the bottom of the 7th. At the bottom of the 7th, I want to remind you Saturday, one of baseball's best rivalries renewed as Chris Bryant and the Cubs take on the St. Louis Cardinals. Coverage begins at 12:30 Pacific on FS1 or stream it live on the Fox Sports app. Howard Pools will lead things off here against Wambanai in the bottom of the 7th.
Great comeback today by Chicago, the Cubbies.
Anthony Rizzo, a walk-off.
Converted pitcher back to a position player.
Pujols 1 for 3, had a single in the 5th. Tied for 24th all-time now with Craig Biggio on the all-time hit list. Bouncer to third. One away.
Speaking of Anthony Rizzo, what he did for Chicago today against the Diamondbacks, the walk-off home run earlier this week was a pitcher in a game. Walks off with a home run. Been a crazy week in baseball. Kike Hernandez, position player, gives up a walk-off home run on the mound, a 3-run home run to Trevor Plouffe. Rizzo home run there for Chicago. Come back and win that one 7-6.
Angels and Simmons 1 for 3, tripled home 2 runs. In the 5th inning, 3rd triple of the year.
Going to have to be a really big play now.
Down the line, fair ball inside the bag and toward the corner. Simmons on his way to second. Second extra base hit of the game.
4 hits in the last 2 games for Andrelton Simmons.
Second baseman, number 3.
Right down the line. Good swing once again for Andrelton Simmons, getting his timing together. And Kinsler with a home run and a single. His last 2 at-bats. 2 for 3 in the game. Trying to get some of those runs back.
Fastball called strike at 94. Action in the White Sox bullpen. And I has thrown 12 pitches, 7 for strikes. Which is fried. He's had 1 appearance in this series. One. 1. Two and 1. A double by Simmons, the 11th hit for the Angels this afternoon. This, of course, on the heels of the 14 hits they had yesterday. The 11-3 win.
Talked about it.
Overthrown pitch gets away. Simmons will stop at third base. A wild pitch.
Trying to ride that storm out, especially with a good effort on the offensive side last night. Carryover effect in this afternoon's game for the offense. More likely force the infield in now for Chicago. Overthrown breaking ball right in the dirt. Away from Smith. And Simmons easily gets over to third base. And Kinsler looking for a pitch he can drive deep in the air at the very least to bring home the run.
And he walked him. So Kinsler on board 3 times. Runners at the corners now. Arcia due up. Francisco making his major league debut today after the trade of Martin Maldonado to the Astros. Bringing the middle infield back up just a little bit. Play about halfway, looking for a double play ball. Arcia line out, walk, and a strikeout. 0 for 2. He's one of those guys that on base that likes to kind of keep moving, a little running start, if you will. Doesn't go. Arcia takes outside.
They debut today. There's always that chance where you have a squeeze or safety squeeze put on also.
That's out toward right field. Hit well. Avi Garcia's back. He pulls up. Gone! Big fly for Francisco Arcia. His first big league home run.
Perfect timing. The distracted pitcher worrying about Ian Kinsler at first base. Arcia picks up his first major league hit, a home run. Well out to right field. Congratulations on that one. And all those runs right back with one swing in the bat. Back to a 4-run lead for the Halos.
A 3-run blast. That's got to feel so good.
The debut, a long time to get here to the big leagues. First career hit, and it's a home run. Picked up his first career walk earlier.
Fletcher 1 for 3.
8 home runs in the game today.
Fletcher works the walk. He's been on board twice. Gives Renteria. With Calhoun coming to the plate, no time to follow. You bring in Fry, the lefty. To ourselves a pitching change here in the 7th inning. The Angels answering back, lead at 9-5.
In the bottom of the 7th inning, Francisco Arcia, the 28-year-old, first major league hit, 3-run blast, getting those 3 runs that the Sox put on the board at the top of the inning, back with 1 swing of the bat.
Yeah, he went down and got that 2-seam fastball, 93-mile-an-hour fastball, and lines it out for his first major league hit. He gets a big hug from Mike Trout as he gets into that dugout. Some high fives. First hit being a home run, a 3-run home run.
51st player for the Angels this season, and the 10th to make his major league debut. That's crazy.
Yes. Yeah.
Jace Fry on the mound. Fletcher over at first base. Cole takes outside. Calhoun 2 for 4. Home run, double, 2 strikeouts. Ground ball over towards second baseman. Kana goes to Anderson. They get the 4 shot at second. 2 outs. So Tani will bat here. He's 0 for 4 so far. Calhoun's on the move, and Smith totally whiffs on that ball. There's contact between Anderson and Cole Calhoun. As he rounded second base, Cole was thinking about going toward third.
Fifth stolen base of the season for Cole.
Nothing you could do about that. Anderson had gone to second on a play and was trying to get out of the way.
Yeah, if he stays and tries to stop him there, then it could change.
Shohei 1 for 1. Ground ball. DeMonico takes it himself. That'll do it for the Angels with a 3-run blast by Francisco Arcia's first major league hit. But the Angels lead now back to 4.
That's a big at bat. Congratulations to Francisco getting that first major league hit, a home run to boot. Angels up 9-5.
League debut this afternoon, and home run, 3-run shot. Angels lead the White Sox 9-5. Francisco Arcia, what a day. Here with Jose Mota, I'm Patrick O'Neill. Stick around after the game. Angels Live postgame brought to you by your SoCal Mazda dealers. I'm sure we'll hear from Arcia, Jose, but to me, just for the Angels offense to follow up on a big day last night is huge.
Cole Calhoun getting it done. Anderson Simmons back to number 6 spot, feeling more comfortable. And from Maicatia, Venezuela, how about that? 1,787 at bats in the minors, and he's got a home run in the big leagues now.
All right, we'll see you guys after the game back inside to Victor and Mark.
Thanks a lot, Patio and Jose. Justin Anderson came in to finish off the 7th, back out to start the 8th. May not be long with the Angels having action in their bullpen. Anderson has Abreu, Avi Garcia, Daniel Palka. 3, 4, 5. That breaking ball misses. It's 2 balls and no strikes.
How great of a smile, though, for Francisco when he was in the dugout after hitting that home run. What a feeling that must be for him.
All that time in the minor leagues, I should say. Get a very popular catcher traded before the game. You get called up, you're inserted right into the lineup. On board twice with a walk and a home run. Meanwhile, Justin Anderson has fallen behind 3-0. Abreu 1 for 3 and a home run back in the 1st. And a 4-pitch walk to start the 8th.
Right fielder, number 26, Arcia.
Garcia homered in his last plate appearance. That was leading off the 7th. And the 5 home runs given up by Tropiano. Five out of the zone now for Anderson. Alvarez ready to go. This will be Anderson's last batter regardless, with Polk on deck. And you've got Lurie Garcia after that, now Delmonico. What a one.
Justin Anderson with such a good arm. This has to clean up the inconsistencies with the strike zone.
Two balls, one strike to a dangerous hitter, Avi Garcia. Chat and almost get him. Seems like those Cole Hamels to the Chicago Cubs room are starting to really heat up now.
Yeah, see, that's getting real close.
The 3-1 pitch on the corner for strike, full count. He's trying to sell it. A valiant effort.
Yeah. Good pitch, though. Painted the corner.
3-2. Arcia bounces this one left side. Fletcher can't get to it, so the first two have reached to start this 8th inning for Chicago. Mike Scioscia's going to come out and make the move with left-handers du jour coming up. Alvarez ready to go in the bullpen. Yeah, we're going to have ourselves a pitching change. So Justin Anderson ends up allowing a hit, 2 walks, pardon me, 2 hits, 2 walks, 1 strikeout, 1 ground out in his outing today. Pitching change for the Angels. Halos up 9-5. Angels baseball on Fox Sports West is brought to you by Jack in the Box. Try the $4.99 Jack Spicy Chicken Clip Combo with toasted sourdough. New from Jack in the Box. White Sox have had their first 2 batters of the 8th inning reach. Angels up 9-5. Jose Alvarez on in relief. Alvarez on the season 4-3 with a 3.24 ERA. This is his 52nd appearance, 39 strikeouts, 15 walks in 41 plus innings. Palka, Garcia, and Delmonico. 3 left-handed batters are due up now. Leury Garcia, pardon me, is a switch hitter, so lefty switch hitter, lefty Delmonico. Abreu at second, Avi Garcia at first. Palka swinging first pitch, skies one. First base side. Kinsler and Pujols, and that is out of play. Palka with a couple of home runs today. And a pop-up. There's 14 home runs on the season. Pulls this one to Pujols. They get the 1 out.
Well, he hit that ball well.
Yep.
Center fielder number 28, Leury Garcia.
So here's Garcia, spins around. He's 0 for 3 today with a ground out and a couple of strikeouts. Ground ball back up the middle, deflected by Alvarez, trickles into left. It'll bring home Abreu. Taylor made double play with Andrelton Simmons cutting to his left. Instead, Alvarez reached out for it, and it cost the Angels a run. That run gets charged to Anderson. It's 9-6.
And so often we said you look back where your middle infielders are set up as a pitcher. Know what baseball to go for and what to let go. So often you reach out for that one, especially the glove side. You feel much better as far as fielding that baseball. But if you look back, see where Andrelton Simmons is set up, it's going to end up being a 6-3 double play.
Andrelton Simmons could be set up on the moon and he'd still be the better option. Delmonico gets pulled here. Matt Davidson will pinch hit for him. And the matchup begins here in the latter innings. Alvarez will be done. Right-handed being announced. And it's Campodrosian getting ready. He'll stall tactic. And now the clock will tick down. There's the call by Socha. So pitching change here with Bedrosian coming on. Second reliever here in the 8th. Halos up 9-6. It is 9-6. Couple of men on for Chicago with one out, and Campodrosian takes over. This will be Bedrosian's 50th appearance. 3-2 mark at a 3.63 ERA. And pitched last night with 1 inning through 19 pitches. 2 strikeouts, a walk, and faced 4 batters. He's going to face Matt Davidson, the pinch hitter for Nicky Delmonico. Finishes the game going 1 for 2 with a home run and a walk.
Davidson 0 for 1 versus Cam in his career.
Avi Garcia over at second base. Lurie Garcia at first. Davidson on the season. 221 batting average, 15 home runs, 39 RBIs. He's 0 for 3 as a pinch hitter this season. Fastball missing just a little bit low. Gives up the count. Good. pitch, hard slider.
For a hitter that will expand the strike zone, especially when he's behind in the count. 111 strikeouts this season. He also rolled into 8 double plays. A lot of power though.
Two balls, two strikes. The Trojan ready, the 2-2. Fastball just off the plate, full count. Davidson strikes out, 2 down.
And with a fastball, got a swing and miss. Big out for Cam Bedrosian. 112th strikeout of the season for Davidson. Straight over the top, challenged him, got the fastball by him.
Tim Anderson 0 for 3. Oh, 1. Fastball. 0-2. Called strike 3, got him looking. Back-to-back strikeouts for Bedrosian. With 2 men on base, we'll head to the bottom of the 8th. Angels up 9-6.
Halos up 9-6 here in the bottom of the 8th inning. I want to remind you that this copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Los Angeles Angels and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Angels Baseball LP. Chris Volstad takes over on the mound for the White Sox. Second appearance of this series. 33rd game, 1-5 with a 5.83 ERA. Matt Davidson stays in the game. He's over at first. Volstad worked 2 innings last night, gave up 5 runs on 7 hits, one of which was the home run to Trout. He'll face Trout to open up this 8th inning. Trout, Upton, and Pujols. That's out toward right center field. Has some carry to it. That one is off the wall. Trout on his way to second as Lurie Garcia has a little trouble getting the ball out of the glove, and it's a double for Mike.
Well, he just missed hitting his 29th home run of the season. Early in the game, picked up his 20th stolen base. Lines this one to right center field. Talk about letting that baseball travel. It's a fastball off the outside part of the plate. Stays back on a good balance and a good follow through on his swing. Short through the baseball and lines it off the wall for Trout. What a swing once again.
Upton 3 for 4 with 3 singles. Oh, 2. Double by Trout, the 13th hit for the Angels today. Upton lines one out to deep left field. Polka going back, and it's over his head off the wall. Trout will round head home. Upton in at second. It's an RBI double in his first 4-hit game of the season.
Great swings throughout for Justin Upton. Some couple hits to left, couple hits to right. After 3 singles, a double scoring Trout, getting that run right back. One hops the wall in left field for Justin Upton. Perfect swing for J-Up. Couple RBIs in the game. Four-hit game for Justin Upton.
Wondering why Volstad's even in this game, having pitched 2 innings, giving up 5 runs last night. Albert 1 for 4 with a single and a run scored. Volstad threw 41 pitches last night.
Albert behind at 1-2. Two balls, two strikes. Double for Upton, his 11th of the season. Albert hits one out toward left center field. Lori Garcia chasing it, and he'll reach up at the last second. Rob Pujols of extra bases. One down.
Ball was hit very well by Albert again.
Interesting choice by Upton to be off the bag there.
Yeah, because you're going to score if he doesn't catch it anyhow. You want to get right back to the base and tag up.
Lori Garcia's not going to throw you out there.
It's a good play by him. That's why you get right back to the base. If he doesn't make the play, you're going to score easily anyhow.
Andrelton Simmons, a multi-hit game with a double and a triple. Takes a breaking ball for a strike. Ten-6 Halos here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Upton in scoring position.
Simba hit .355 in that number 6 spot in the lineup.
Two balls, two strikes. Double by Trout, double by Upton. Angels with a run here in this 8th inning.
Double figures in runs in back-to-back games.
Tim Anderson, the shortstop, calling for this one. 2 down.
Second baseman, number 3, Ian Kinsler.
Kinsler on board 3 times today. Home run, single, and a walk. It's like Blake Parker loosening for the Angels, or was. He may not be used now that it's a non-safe situation. White Sox have 9, 1-2 coming up in the 9th. That's it for a strike. Volstad, 1-1. 2-1. Halos with a run in the first. Solo runs in the 3rd and 4th innings. 3 in the 5th, 3 in the 7th, 1 in the 8th. 10-6 here at the bottom of the 8th. Arcia on deck. 3-1.
It was a solid game tonight, or this afternoon, I should say.
Kinsler drives one out the left. Polka going back, and at the wall, and is over Polka's head. One hops the fence, up to score, and Kinsler remains hot in the month of July. His third hit of the afternoon. 11-6 Angels.
Put up some power numbers to boot. Double on a home run today. Couple RBI. The fastball, was able to get his arms extended, put himself in a good count to look for a fastball.
Volstad's worked 2 2/3 over the last 2 nights and allowed 7 runs. Arcia, first major league hit in the 7th, a 3-run home run to right. 2-0. Lays off. Fletcher on deck. There's a strike, 3-1.
Quite a few pitches thrown for him the last couple of days.
66, including today. Back-to-back. 3-1. Ground ball left side, and that'll sneak through for a base hit. Kinsler will come in to score. How about a 4 RBI game in your major league debut?
That'll bring a smile to your face. Pretty good piece of hitting. Fastball running away to stay with it. Gets that baseball by to third baseman for an RBI single for Francisco Arcia.
Fifth Angel ever with a home run, 2 hits in his big league debut, 4 RBIs. And add a walk to that as well. No balls, 2 strikes on Fletcher. 1 for 3 with a single and a walk. Oh, 2. Underneath the dirt. Nothing Brick Red Torria can do but watch. 12-6 here in the 8th. Fletcher pops it up. Davidson backing up, dealing with that sunshine's there. Squeezes it. We head to the 9th inning. Angels on top, 12-6.
outs here, top of the 9th inning. Another pitching change for the Angels. Blake Parker in the game now. Francisco Arcia, what a debut he's had today. First Angel rookie ever to make the debut and drive in 4 runs, 4 RBI in this game for Arcia. Trying to close it out and pick up a W behind the plate for Nick Tropiano.
Blake Parker pitching for the 46th time, also pitching back-to-back games. Pitched last night. They'll have a new first baseman, Jeffrey Marte, and a new left fielder, Jabari Blash. Nick Tropiano this afternoon ended up going 6 1/3, 5 hits, all 5 home runs. Solo shot, 5 runs allowed, 7 strikeouts, 2 walks. He'll be the 12th player in history to have allowed 5 or more home runs and win a game.
Willie Frazier, the only Angel to do so.
That was back in 1988. First guy to have a complete game win and give up 6 home runs. None other than Sloppy Thurston. That was back in 1932. Sloppy had it working that day.
Yeah, he did.
Bouncer to short. One down.
Second baseman, number 10, Yohan Moncada.
Last to do it, Matt Latos. Did it for the Cincinnati Reds in 2012. Nick Tropiano on the verge of joining that list. Good pitch, good off speed, 0-2. Missed by much, 1-2. Angels looking for the series split and to get back to an even 500. It's the little things in life.
Yes.
Two from Parker. Full count. Payoff pitch and a walk. The second walk Moncada's picked up this afternoon.
Yeah, there are a couple strikeouts, back-to-back walks.
Yolmer Sanchez coming to the plate. 0 for 3 with a walk. 1 ball, no strikes, 1 out. Nobody holding Moncada on at first base. Evens the count up. Last night, the Angels turned a double play to end the game. It'd be nice to get one here. Do the same.
I agree. Perfect timing for that.
And then turn the focus to the Seattle Mariners coming into town for a 3-game set tomorrow night. Wade LeBlanc, the left-hander, on the mound for Seattle. And we know the struggles the Angels have had against left-handed pitching this year.
Yeah, 2 lefties in that series for Seattle against the Angels.
2-1. 3-1.
Andrew Heaney on the mound tomorrow night. He's throwing the ball very, very well this season.
Abreu on deck. 3-1 pitch now. A strike. Caught the corner. Parker's 3-2, and that is pulled foul. 14th pitch of this 9th inning. Non-safe situation. Another payoff. Another foul ball. Eight hits for Chicago, 16 for the Angels. Swing and a miss. Got with the off-speed pitch. 2 down.
Splitter. Good speed on that pitch. Well out in front. No contact made.
Abreu 1 for 3 game with a home run back in the first. Walked and scored in the 8th. Oh, and 1. Oh, wow. That is a big drive out to left field. A 2-run shot. It is 12-8. Abreu with a multi-homer game.
Going over both bullpens. 3rd home run of the series for Abreu.
The ball was crushed.
6th home run of the game for the White Sox. It's a split that just went right down to the middle of the plate. And how strong Jose Abreu is. He's generating all that bat speed and power.
13th career multi-homer game for Jose. Here's Garcia, the right fielder. Parker gave up a run last night. 3 here this afternoon, or 2 this afternoon, I should say, 3 overall. One ball, one strike. One. 2-1. .21 pitches thrown by Blake so far. Trying to get that third and final out. Arcia cuts through this one, 2-2. .12-8 here in the ninth. 2 runs in on the Abreu home run. Two to Garcia. And looked like he went around. He did light that baby up as the Angels end up picking up the series split. Today, the final 12-8.
Well, it's all about the bats here today for the Halos. Swinging it with the home run ball, balanced throughout. Land Rover above and beyond player of the game. Congratulations to Francisco Arcia. 3-run home run. He had an RBI single. He had a walk, his major league debut. Most RBI in that debut for an Angel in their history of their ball club. Francisco Arcia. What a game. Congratulations, Land Rover above and beyond player of the game.
Good game by Cole Calhoun. Mike Trout doubled a couple of walks. Trout now with 20 intentional walks on the season. He's on the pace for 31. Overall, Justin Upton, first 4-hit game of the season for Justin Upton. Also picked up a couple of RBIs. Nick Tropiano picks up the victory as he ended up going 6 1/3. But you know, the day started with talking about trades, not only with the Angels but throughout Major League Baseball. Just a bunch of trades happening. But for the Angels, Martin Maldonado going to the Houston Astros. A kid gets called up, and Francisco Arcia, 12 years in the minor leagues.
What a story.
28 years of age, makes his debut and has a huge game. And just a fantastic performance by the youngster. Not only that, you know, I know he caught the guys in spring training, but it's never easy to come back out there and start calling a big league game, even though you've been at AAA.
Especially when you're just arriving today in your major league debut and you're behind the plate. And a 3-run home run, his first major league hit. He had picked up a walk earlier, also a single in this game for Francisco Arcia.
Halos with the victory now find themselves at 52 and 52 on the year. There's Francisco making his way out. Jill Painter Lopez down on the field. And the spry 28-year-old and a huge major league debut. Let's go down to Jill Painter Lopez. Jill.
Thank you so much, Francisco. Congratulations on such a big a big night for you. You know what's coming. That's got to feel good on a hot day game, doesn't it?
Yes.
Congratulations on such a big game for you. Obviously, you make your major league debut. A long time coming, 12 years in the minor leagues. What a journey to get here. What was this moment like for you tonight?
The best moment ever in my life. I waited for too long to make this happen. So proud for me and my family.
You made it happen, and you obviously made it a good one. You hit the 3-run home run there in the 7th inning. The Angels were clinging to a 1-run lead at that point. What was your mindset going into that at bat?
I tried to put my best swing, and the home run for my grandma in the sky. She saw me.
Well, that's very special. We saw you gave the fist pump to her. Obviously, this is a crazy day for you. How were you able to channel your nerves and emotions and excitement, not only at the plate, but behind the plate and handling a bunch of pitchers that you haven't seen that much?
You know, it's a little tough for me. I had to get up too early this morning, but I try to do my best and make it work.
Show everybody that ball you got there. What a special ball. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, the Angels score 26 runs in the last 2 games to split the series with the White Sox, and Arcia with a big game, 4 RBIs for the rookie in his major league debut. Stay with us. Angels Live, the post-game show with Patrick O'Neill, Tim Salmon, and Jose Mota is coming up next.